All right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to do our daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. We cover Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners quite a bit on this channel, so if that is content that you're interested in, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, everybody, please smash the like button for us if you would. It helps out the channel a lot. Okay, let's talk about Bitcoin. I want to start out, the trading day is not quite over yet, so I want to show the big board of Bitcoin miners because, in my opinion, they are having a very big overreaction to today's price activity. So we'll look at the Bitcoin miners first, and then we'll go to the Bitcoin charts, and then we'll take a look at a few of the miners in specific. So here is the Bitcoin miner big board, and again, the day is not quite over yet, the trading day, so these are not the final numbers. So if something drastic happens in the last half hour of the day, then these will change. But right now, and this has basically been the way it's been most of the day, the vast majority of this board is down, and it's a fairly red day. There's a few outliers. Gree is up right now at the moment. Mawson is up 10%, and again, I say this every day, there always seems to be one outlier going in the other direction for whatever reason. But if you look at the rest of this board, it is red, and it's fairly deeply red. Bitfarms is down 8%, so it is down more today than it was up on Friday. And if you remember, Friday was a very big green day. So when we get to the chart, I'm going to show you that we are actually almost in the exact same spot as we were with Bitcoin when we closed the markets on Friday. Yet for some reason, the Bitcoin miners are getting beaten down today. Now, the equity markets are down, and in specific, the NASDAQ is down, but it is down nowhere near as much as it was up on Friday. So if we look at some of these other ones, so CleanSpark is down 7%. Now, that was up 23% on Friday, so that has held a lot of its Friday gains. But HUT is down 9%. That's given everything back. I'll let you review the rest of this board. There's one more I want to mention. Stock ticker IREN, Iris Energy. They are down 37.5% today. They've been down in the 30s all day long. As best I can tell, this relates to the end of their lockup period from their IPO, although the way I calculated the dates, that should have been a few days ago, but clearly it would appear that that is today because there is massive volume and obviously gigantic downward pressure at 37.5%. So that's what's happening on Iris today. We'll keep our eye on that one tomorrow because, you know, these end of these lockup periods could last for days. Okay, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. So this is Bitcoin on the 30-minute time frame, and I'm just going to start with this so that you can see, as always, there's an orange line from where the equity markets closed on Friday, and that was just at around $30,000. Bitcoin is down less than 1% right now from where it closed on Friday, but yet if you remember, the Bitcoin miners were all down mostly 7, 8, 9, 10%. So that's why I believe, in my opinion, this is an overreaction today. And again, please remember, this is not financial advice. Before you make any trades, do your own due diligence. I'm just giving you some big picture info here. So if I zoom in to the 15-minute time frame, basically this red candle right here is where we opened on the day. So Bitcoin was at about 29,900 when the day opened. Right now we're at about 29,750. So that's only $150 on the day, and it's only about $250 off of where it closed on Friday. So those are very, very tiny numbers. From the open, we did have downward momentum for the first half of the day, and somewhere in the middle of the trading day, it basically reversed and we went all the way pretty much back up to where we were at the open. So again, we're not quite at the close right now, so I'm not sure where we're going to close today, but it looks like it's going to be somewhere in that neighborhood. So let's zoom out a little bit. Bitcoin was up at around 39,700, very nearly at $40,000. So in the middle, it crashed about $15,000, and that's where it bottomed out. And more to me, as I'm looking at all of the indicators, it really looks like that was a local bottom. So, you know, I'm always hesitant to call the bottom because world events can change. You know, the stock market obviously impacts the price of Bitcoin, and, you know, we have one-off events. Now, I will tell you, when we go to the one-day time frame, you're going to see, I believe this was on massive volume. To me, I think this was a bit of a flash crash on very high volume that had a lot to do with the UST Luna controversy, and you can see it has recovered, and it really hasn't gotten anywhere near back to that line. Let's go to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, you'll see it got all the way down here around 25,000, but by the end of the day, it did close above this $28,800 line, which is our long-term line of support. That was the low of the year in 2021 for Bitcoin. So that's about, you know, an 18-month line of support. We're now 4 days later, and this line of support has absolutely held up strong. I know there's massive negative sentiment out there right now. The vast majority of the comments on YouTube and in my Discord are leaning towards, we're not at a bottom, we're still going to crash again, or we're going to retest 25,000. A lot of people are talking about 20,000 and 15,000. So, I can't rule any of those things out, but as I'm looking at the technicals, things aren't pointing at that. So between the extreme fear bottoming out, between the fact that this line of support did hold 100% of the way through, and again, we candle wicked way below this, so we have set a new low. I certainly wouldn't be surprised to see at some point if we either retest this line at 28.8 or this becomes a new line of support down here at around the low 25-ish area. So it is possible we do retest that. If we do, I think it will be very quickly and we will bounce back off of that. But what I think is looking more likely is we're going to have a short-term potential run-up. So again, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know where we're going. I'm just looking at all the technical analysis, and this is what things seem to be pointing to, in my opinion. Just look at this volume. These 4 days of volume ending in the day where we flash crashed down to 25,000. These are the 4 biggest volume days we've had all year. So volume has returned back to normal. So this high volume is a big indicator that was potentially a bottom. At the same time, you can see during these 4 days, the RSI was under 30. So that is the first time since back in January of 2021 that we've gotten below 30 on the RSI. So this was our first time in oversold territory in many months. It lasted for those exact days, and now we have popped out of that above 30. This is not necessarily indicating anything bullish or that we're about to go on a giant bull run, but it does show that we've moved out of oversold territory for the meantime, and typically we don't move back into that right away. That doesn't mean it can't happen, though. It just has not happened most frequently in the past. Finally, I want to look at the MACD, and you'll see 2 things happening on the MACD that are encouraging. We were on the histogram, we had all of these red days in a row, and we kept saying we need to see a pink candle. We need to see a pink candle. Well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, and you'll see they're getting closer and closer to 0. In addition to the fact that you'll see we've moved significantly in the direction of a bullish crossover. Now, I definitely don't want to say that we're going to have a bullish crossover because we got a series of fake outs through half of the month of April. It kept looking like things were moving in the right direction. So this setup is very familiar. I will grant you that. We've been through several of these potential fake outs, if you will. However, there is a lot of evidence starting to line up that perhaps this was a local bottom and the next move is up. So if I were to give a short-term potential price target on the upside to Bitcoin, our January 24th low was just about $33,000. So that had been a line of support, and that lasted through February, March, and April until we broke out of that in May. I do think it's entirely possible we run up to this and test this, and then I don't know what happens there. We'll see if it holds as resistance, in which case maybe we go down and test this 28.8 again, or maybe we even go back down and test the 25,000. But to me, it seems more likely that we're going to move either sideways or up towards this 33,000 than it does that we're going to move down. Now, today is a red candle, but that was after 3 green candles in a row. And again, the important thing that I'm looking at is this line at 28.8 seems to be holding strong. So I just want to show a few things. I'm not going to go through price targets, but I just want to show you what's happened here. This is Bitfarms on the 1-day time frame. So this candle was Thursday, and from this green candle on Thursday, all of the Bitcoin miners had a big gap up on Friday. Even though Bitfarms finished at its low of the day on Friday, it was still an 8% move to the upside. We've just given back 100% of what we got on Friday. So on Bitfarms, we are right exactly back to square one. We've not gone back to the lows of Thursday, so we're not hitting a 52-week low, but we did give back 100% of the progress that we got on Friday. So if I look at Hut 8, we're in a very similar situation. We are just a tiny bit higher, but we've given back almost everything that we got on Friday. We're at $2.49, and it looks like we were at $2.44 at the end of the day on Thursday. Here's Riot on the 1-day time frame. So again, you'll see we've given back actually more than 100% of what we got on Friday. So Riot is now down almost 10% on the day today, and it's a few pennies below. It's at $7.19. And it closed on Thursday at $7.31. So all the gain we got on Friday and then some, we have lost on Riot. Marathon, this is Marathon on the 1-day time frame. same exact scenario. We closed the day Thursday at $10.15. We're at $10.33 right now, so almost all the way back to Thursday's close. In the middle, on Friday, Marathon got as high as $12 even. So you can see we're way off of Friday's numbers. So a disproportionate move to the downside for all of the Bitcoin miners versus what happened to Bitcoin today. We're actually almost at the end of the trading day today, and you'll see that we're ending on a bit of a red candle. This is on the 15-minute time frame, but still at 29,500. So we're somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 points lower than we were when we closed on Friday. So Bitcoin did end up having a bit of a down day. The Bitcoin miners have had a very big down day. So we'll have to wait and see what direction this goes in. There's some signs that we could have put in a bottom, but again, Bitcoin is extremely volatile, so we don't know which way this is going to go. So please, this is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence if you're buying any of these stocks or Bitcoin itself. So I'm going to leave it at that for today. We'll pick up tomorrow. If you're still watching, thank you so much. And remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.